Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with fabulous concert programs number 43. And we're talking about Mendelssohn symphonies, and in this case, Symphony number 5, which was actually the second in order of composition. He composed it in 1830 for the 300th anniversary of the Augsburg Confession. And if you care about that, well, more power to you. I don't particularly, as I don't think the symphony did much either because it was not terribly successful. There was a contest, Mendelssohn lost. Some people said it was because of anti-Semitism. Some people said it was because it was just too big a symphony for the occasion. Who knows what the reason was? Probably all of those things. Mendelssohn himself later got tired of it. He was sick of it. It wasn't published till 21 years after he died. I mean, it's always been the stepchild of the mature Mendelssohn symphonies after, of course, number 1, which nobody pays any attention to their detriment, because as we've already discussed, it's fabulous, or the Lobgesang, which also has its own issues. I mean, Mendelssohn really couldn't get a break in some respects. The Reformation Symphony, yes, it does use Lutheran chorales, including Ein feste Burg ist unser Gott, a mighty fortress is our God. It's wonderful. The tunes are great. I mean, Luther was a terrific chorale writer. He wrote some great tunes. And it's a beautiful work. A really, really beautiful work. It's full of drama, actually. It's in D major, but it's really, after the introduction, it's in D minor. And it has a lot of turbulence and tension. And, oh, it's just wonderful. Until you get to the triumphant ending. I don't know why people don't like it. Probably because some people don't particularly care for the Reformation. I mean, I happen to study Reformation history, and I never particularly cared for the Reformation either. But that has nothing to do with the symphony, nothing whatsoever. And so I have come up with a program that really celebrates the beauty and majesty of this absolutely terrific symphony, and does it in a way that I think is really, really interesting. So for the first half, we have 2 works. Haydn Symphony number 49, La Passione, the Passion, and then Respighi's Concerto Gregoriano for violin and orchestra, which is gorgeous. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It never gets played. Now, the first half is Catholic. Then we have an intermission, and the second half is Protestant. But let's talk for a minute about the first half. La Passione, the Haydn Symphony, is his last symphony in church sonata form. That is, that begins with a slow movement. It incorporates Gregorian melodies for the Passion Week service in the Catholic Church. The Respighi Concerto Gregoriano is written in the style of Gregorian chant harmony, that is modal harmony. And so we're covering the Catholic musical world in the first half. Then we have the intermission, and we come back with the Reformation. We begin with Thomas Canning, the Fantasy on a Hymn Tune by Justin Morgan. Now, have any of you heard that work? You should. It was recorded by, of all people, of course, Leopold Stokowski, who was always out to discover interesting, cool stuff. Canning is a composer who is only known for this work, to the extent he's known at all. It is a Vaughan Williams Tallis Fantasia knockoff. If you like the Vaughan Williams Tallis Fantasia, you're gonna like the Canning Fantasy. It has been recorded once or twice since Stokowski did it. Most notably by Telarc, I think it was. It was a really beautiful disc. It's a lovely work, about 10 minutes long for string orchestra. Like I said, if you like the Vaughan Williams, you're going to like the Canning. It's absolutely lovely. But that, of course, is a Protestant work, a hymn tune by Justin Morgan. And so, finally, is the Reformation Symphony. And this program has actually been gauged to put the Reformation Symphony in the best possible light, not just because it's last on the program, but because it also requires the largest orchestra. And I think that that's really important because, or at least the Respighi also has a pretty sizable orchestra, but it's a violin concerto, so he's going to keep it down a little bit. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to overwhelm the soloist. Whereas in the Reformation Symphony, Mendelssohn has no problem cutting loose, and it's got 3 trombones, and it has a contrabassoon and a serpent. usually just played by the contrabassoon. It's really a beautiful, majestic symphony. I don't know why it doesn't get played more. It would make a great concert close, particularly in this program where it is quite audibly the largest and grandest piece there. And I just think the Catholic-Protestant duality, 4 works, all of them really secular pieces, of course, but inspired by the liturgy of these 2 great Christian sects. Oh my goodness, what is not to like? And I'm Jewish, and I think it's fabulous. So, because religion has nothing to do with it. It's all about how great the music is, obviously. But even the concept here, I think, is really an interesting one. I really do. And I think that it'll give a lot of people some food for thought and reveal some really fabulous music that they might not have known. So there you go, friends. Try it at home. You'll never see it live. Keep on listening and take care.